Hello guys, Balubish here. So I finally got my motherboard the other day. So yesterday I put it in, and yeah, this is for the graphics card. But just to check how it looks, this is the whole outside picture of it basically. As you can see, the reservoir is outside the case, and the reason is I have plans up here, and maybe for what is it, 280 rad, and maybe I will go with the same thickness as the monster rad and have one in top here, and go with what do you call it, those oh man, I don't know English word for it, but you can drill holes and fit fittings on the case basically. Pass through, that's the word, pass through fittings. So either that or keep and go down under here with fittings and cool all the things, or I built a custom reservoir up here in plexi about that thick. I found a company that you can order a bit 20 millimeters thick, almost an inch thick acrylic. So if I can build a box on top here and do the same and skip this one, and as you can see, it's kinda kinda ugly looking like this. It's more room in the case though. Before I had it hanging up here, which was terrible. But yeah, I can explain the loop, and I have a terrible T-fitting. This is a bit restricted, so I don't like it. I'm not gonna open it though. But I have one hose, this one, the smaller one. This goes out. No, the top one. My bad. It's a weird angle. This is out from the res, and it goes under the graphics card basically. So the graphics card will have these two slots. This is back to the res, and this is from the res. So up here, up in the top, hidden behind here, and down to the pump basically, and out from the pump into the radiator, and out from it into the CPU and back. And yeah, it's not much more to say about it actually. The cable management could be a bit better. I still have some cables here I'm gonna put away, but I love the new EVGA cables here with that are what do you call it, sleeved. And yeah, mainly because this power supply is 850 watts, and I'm planning probably when I get my tax return to buy a second 1080. Yeah, baby. And the reason is, I have been having fun playing at 4K with a single GTX 1080, but some games like Witcher 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and especially what this build is for, Star Citizen, I can't push 60 frames per second, so I need a second GTX 1080 for that. And I'm not sure, that's why I'm a bit unsure what to do on the top here. If this is enough when it's an intake radiator, if it's enough to cool CPU and two graphics cards. Right now I have no water block for the graphics card I have, but I might do that later. This stuff costs a lot, I shit you not. Just the loop I have cost around almost 700 bucks, I think, just for the water cooling. And that is res, fittings, hoses, pump, and fans basically. And yeah, the CPU block as well. This is like 80 bucks, 110 bucks I think, 120, around 100, and the rest is like 60 or 70 bucks. I'm a bit unsure on the total price, but I remember paying around 650 bucks I think. But I have upgraded with fans and stuff. But anyway, I planned the loop yesterday, so it's finished now. And now with a new power supply, as you can see, I have extra 4-pin for the CPU. With the old power supply, I only had 8-pin, but I did not have this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to overclock more or not, but I still will have a more solid current to the parts in general. And I've been waiting for this motherboard for a month. I'm not sure what the fuck was up with that. But yeah, this is the update basically. And the power supply is actually longer as well. I think the old one stopped here and this one stops here. So it was a bit, I only had this area to work with in here for cables and stuff. So yeah, unscrewing the pump now is a no-go. And if I get a second graphics card, it's gonna be on this slot. And you have basically, it takes 2 slots in size, not with a water block, but still I think if I go with air for a while, the second card will hit the pump here, because it's for the Win edition, so it's a bit higher or further out. But yeah, the only thing left now is to fill the loop and leak test it, and then put in the graphics card from the other PC I'm running currently for backup basically. But yeah, a month without the main system sucks, cause I have the stock cooler on, and even with the stock cooler and stock clocks on the 3770K, it gets so hot it doesn't even boost. That's how bad that cooler is. So I think it boosts at 3.9 gigahertz, but it stays at 3.5 or something like that. So rendering videos have caused some crashes and stuff with the stock cooler, and it's gonna be so nice getting back to water. I had this 6800K under here at 4.4 gigahertz, and rendering I didn't even go above 60 degrees Celsius. So yeah, it's gonna be really nice getting back to water cooling. And man, yep, that's the update basically. So see you guys in the next video.